So I kind of have a problem, but I'm hoping you do too. Is that mean? Hello and welcome to my sewing channel. Yes, I do have a problem, but I think that you guys can relate, so I'll be talking about that. I also have a few makes to share with you, and also I tried to fix my palazzo pants. There's a picture of the before, so I will share with you the aftermath of it. Okay, so first I just want to welcome you to my sewing channel. I post every Wednesday and I share things about like my sewing victories as well as some of my fails. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button if that is something that interests you. Okay, and so for last week's Friday Sews, I was wearing this top, which I did make, and Luz Martinez asked me, oh, well, how did you do the collar? Because the pattern doesn't have this bow for the collar. So I was just explaining to her, well, I hacked it. So for the binding part, instead of folding the binding over to the inside, I folded the binding over to the outside. And when I came to this part to sew down the binding, I just attached these straps in it. And then, that way you can tie it and make your own bow. So anyways, that was my hack. You can do it on all your shirts. I love adding these little bows, but where you just put the binding, you flip it over and sew it down on the outside. I also like doing that with like a contrasting binding. That makes it cute too. Next up, I love things with ruffles. I love tiered dresses. I love adding ruffles to everything. And so just when I thought I couldn't get any faster, okay, I used my ruffle foot on my serger. But what I discovered this past weekend, I made that tiered dress for my daughter out of the Olga fabrics, and it's like a really light double brush poly. Well, what I did is, okay, I always gather my fabrics on my serger, just using a regular sewing foot, but adjusting the tension. Well, I decided I want to master the skill of using my ruffler foot on my serger. Using this ruffle foot on my serger allows me to ruffle the fabric and attach it to the bodice at the same time. So you put one piece of fabric underneath and then you slide your ruffle fabric on top and it'll ruffle it at the same time. And I've tried that a couple times and I just haven't really been able to perfect it. But I think I did it really good on this one. And you guys, it is so fast. I love it. There's one part that didn't get ruffled as well. Let me see if I can find it on here for you. Okay, right here, but this is on the back part. You can see there's one section right there that missed the ruffles. But other than that, the rest of them, I was able to ruffle and attach it to that layer in one go. So it gathered it and attached it to the first layer in one step. So that is going to save me so much time. So I'll probably only do that method though when I'm doing adding the tiers. I probably won't do that method when I'm adding the first layer to the bodice because I'm not that good. But okay, anytime that you can save time doing anything is like a victory. So I'm hoping that I can get really good and make a video on how I do that here shortly, pretty soon. Then I decided I just need to make me a good tank top. I didn't have any basic tee tank top patterns that I liked. And so I found this Simplicity 1113. And so it's just a basic tank top pattern. And I sewed up view C, but I didn't attach the band. And I wanted to sew up like a mock-up just to make sure that it fit me right. Excuse me. So I did a size medium out of this fabric that I got at Hobby Lobby. It was like $3 a yard. I don't even know that I like snakeskin anymore, but it is a great fit and it's so easy. It's got let me show you this other one that I got. I love the drape of this one. It's made out of, I would say this is like a rayon knit, or maybe like an ITY, because I love the flow of it. Because then let me show you, I made it in this French terry, and again, I'm not sure if I like it. If I like it, I'll tell you. If I don't, then I just don't like it. I can't help myself. So I made it again out of this French terry. I made it in the size medium. I don't know that I like the flow of this one, and I wanted to just kind of try out French terry material to see if I really like it. And I still don't really have thoughts on it. Probably, maybe I'll try to make it in just like a regular shirt, not much of a tank top. But I do love this pattern because it is just super easy. I love sewing with knits because there's just like minimal detail, and it'll just fit right away, and it's just a quick sew. I love how the neckband turned out, and then I did just where it's an exposed binding right here on my serger. I did that for the sleeves and the neckband, and then in the back it's got this panel right here, and then you gather it along right there. They actually tell you to make a pleat in it. I don't really like the look of the pleat, so I just gathered it all the way around, and then I didn't attach a band. I just extended the bottom by 1 inch. But it's just a good basic tee. I don't know what more I could ask for with a basic tee, but with this pattern, I feel like I do want to make it more flowy and have it be made with like a rayon spandex knit, or like a rayon knit, or like a ITY. And then this shirt that I'm wearing right now, I loved this shirt from, the minute I finished it and I put it on. This one is a great pattern, and it's Mccalls 8167, and I did a pattern review on that one, so you can click on that link above if you want to see how the details of it. But I'll tell you right now, I made a size medium. I love the ruffle sleeves. It's just a really good, I don't know, I just love it. It's a win. So the problem lately is that I just have not been liking anything that I have been sewing. And I mean, I'll sew it up and then I'll try it on, and then I'm looking at it and I'm just like picking apart the pieces, and just my eyes are drawn to the part that there's like a mistake, or, like I said, if one part of my body part looks huge, or I don't know, please tell me that I am not the only one. I know you guys have to be doing that too, but I'm gonna try to stop. Also, I've noticed, okay, tell me if you've done this. You've sewn up, let's say a dress, and you look at it and you're like, I don't know if I like it. So you hang it up in your closet and you just kind of forget about it. Then like a week or 2 weeks later, you pull it out, you try it on, and it starts growing on you and you start liking it. Well, I think maybe that's what I need to do, because I feel bad, you guys. On my last dress that I made, I love that dress right there. But as I was making the video and trying it on and looking back, I was like, oh, I don't know that I really like it. And then, my thoughts on things just keep flip-flopping. Okay, I like it. Okay, I don't like it. And then you guys make comments saying I should like it. So then I do like it. And then I completely messed up on these pants right here. This is the last pattern review that I did. So this last week I did a pattern review on Mccalls 7786. And when I put the pants on, I'm like, oh my gosh, they are not flattering at all. They're way too baggy. And then now that I think of it, it's like, okay, well, the inspiration that I put, they're baggy on her as well. So why are they just not good enough for me? All I had to do was take in a couple of inches on both sides, maybe about one or 2 inches on both sides, and then they would have been fine. But you guys, I feel like I kind of like demolished them. Well, I won't say demolished because, I'm talking about not liking my makes, and then, here I am talking about it again. But all I needed to do was just take them in a little bit, and I think I messed them up. They really weren't even that bad in the beginning. They're supposed to be oversized, but I went ahead and I trimmed the outer hip area, but then I went into the inner thigh area and I started trimming away at that part, and now it almost looks like I've been on a horse all morning. So I don't know. The last few items of clothing that I've made, I haven't been feeling it. But there are a lot of stuff that I have made that I like. Like, for example, I really do still love this shirt. And even after I made the shirt, I just completely fell in love. So then I think, well, if you finish a garment and you put it on and you don't like it, then it probably really wasn't a very good make. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Am I just babbling, or do you feel that way as well? And so if you guys are feeling that way too, I'll kind of feel better. I don't know why things work that way. Okay, so back to the pants. I did a before and an after. You can see in the before, well, I had pockets. I paired it with a different shirt, so that could also be it. But I can see that they did look a little bit bigger. So in the after, I sewed down the hips. You can't see that gap in this pose right here. And so I guess they look okay. Maybe it does look a little bit better with that shirt that I paired it with versus the white t-shirt. So I am going to leave them as is. Oh, and I don't want to forget, I just really am grateful for everyone that comes by and watches my channel. I hope that you guys have fun. And don't forget to check out all the other sewers by typing in hashtag Friday Sews in the search bar. And also make sure you check out Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And thank you, Jen, for hosting this. And I hope that you guys get a lot of sewing done this weekend. And until next time, happy sewing. Bye, guys.